All right, good morning. It is Monday morning, 9 o'clock, and I am working in the warehouse getting ready for an install project. So we've got a package unit change out that we're getting ready for today. And this morning I'm just pulling material, putting it into my cart right there. We put all of our materials into this is actually a laundry basket like what hotels would use, but I've got my heat kit, I've got my concrete blocks, I've got my reducers for reducing ductwork, I've got thermostat wire, I've got a thermostat down there, I've got my flex duct for connecting at the actual unit, and I've got my computer here or tablet for pulling my materials. It's not powered up at the moment for some reason. Yeah, now it's powered up, so you can see here I'm pulling all my materials and checking off the items as I do. So right now I'm at the stage where I'm loading the stock for electrical high voltage and my 3/4 inch and 1/2 inch conduit. So we have a station here. I've shown this before, but we've got all of our wire, conduit, and everything. So I'm cut 9 feet of 1/2 inch so far. I'm fixed to cut 9 feet of 2 sections of 9 feet of 3/4 inch, and then I'm going to be pulling off this THHN right here real quick and cutting that to go inside of these for whips. So and on this unit, this is 3 tons. For the heat kit, I'm going to be using number 10 THHN because it can handle 60 amps, and for the compressor side I'm going to be using, I said number 10, this is number 6, and then number 10 THHN, and then we'll be putting a ground wire in with both of those. So yeah, we're getting started here and loading all the material into my trailer there. So we'll see here how things go, and finish up cutting my conduit here. So you leave your hand truck under there, and then you should be able to come right here. All right, so it's 11 o'clock now, and I finally got out of the office. Great. I got met with Dustin, got him assigned to his project. I had gotten him all loaded. He had to pick up a few items this morning, last minute, from a vendor, so he got those items picked up, got it all loaded, met with him, and got him headed to the project. Haven't heard from him at this point to see exactly where he's at. Zach was in Waynesboro today working on some appointments, and somebody messed up the transformer for the high voltage power coming into several, I guess must be into quite a few homes, because all the appointments he had scheduled in Waynesboro canceled until they have power back on. That may not be until 1 o'clock. That's what Kylie reported to me. So he is going to a different area about 25 minutes away to another appointment until it gets done. So it'll be interesting to see how that all comes out. I haven't heard from Jonathan yet today, so I'll be checking in on him when I get to Waynesboro area, because that's where he's working. I'm headed currently to meet with a client of ours that's expanding their bakery, and we need to go over the plans, the prints, to review exactly what types of systems they need to consider. So basically a sales comfort consultation for a commercial project. After that, I plan to go by and check on Jonathan at his project, see how he's doing there. Hope to get some footage there. And I have a sales appointment this afternoon after that in the Hepzibah area. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'll check in with Dustin and see how he's doing. He might need some help pulling a new low voltage wire, so we'll see how that all comes together for sure. Oh, I got a phone call from Service Fusion today. We're currently using Field Edge for dispatch software, and I'm looking at switching over to Service Fusion, mainly because of the investment. It's less money per month, and it looks like it will do all the things that we need to do, but we're going to do a test run with it over the next couple months. So they reached out to me today. I've got them set up to get Kylie to set that all up. So hopefully that'll come together for them. So yeah, so that's what's going on this morning so far. I picked up my lunch, and I will be having lunch on the road today. Alright, so I'm on site here at this project, and this is what they got going on. They're doing some plumbing, putting all their stuff in this slab. Looks like they've already got their walls right there all laid out. Right there where they're going to back in for deliveries. This is all the plumbing that's going on right here. That's where they're fasting on to the original building. This project is long overdue. They've needed to do this for a long time. Glad they're getting this done. They need more room. Alright, so I'm on site here at the duct change out projects. There's the truck loaded down with all the material, looks like. Here we are. Truck's parked here on the street. We're gonna go check out and see what's happening here today. Let's see what we can see. Oh yeah, so here we are. There's a little trash in the yard, but I'm sure they'll clean up. Flex duct. Here's where the package unit right here will go. Here's the entrance to the crawl space. And here's the duct pipe right here. See down the, you can even see down the duct pipe there. Yep. Alright. Looking good, looking good. Yep. It's coming together. Making progress. Yep. It's fun doing projects like this. What's up, guys? What's the most challenging part of this project?
Hanging it.
Hanging it?
Yep.
What's it feel like to crawl around on their house all day?
Feels great.
Feels good?
Don't bother me.
Doesn't bother you? You feel kind of good, like you feel like you're all worked out all over? Like you know where all the muscles are and...
I don't know about all that. You stretch muscles that you ain't never seen before.
That's right. Where do you hurt the most? Like in your neck or your back or your...
Nowhere really.
Huh?
Nowhere really.
No? Okay. That's good. Alright. There's Jonathan! Alright, so stop by the project there that Jonathan's working on and seen some of the footage. So they're installing a new ducting system in the crawl space for that home. And they're getting ready to set the package unit. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, that'll be on Wednesday. They'll be setting that and getting that up and operational. So things are progressing nicely. Work is looking good. On to the next appointment. All right, end of day, 6 o'clock. I'm wrapping up the day. I had a sales meeting this afternoon I went to. Then I came back to the office and sorted through some of my mail that needed to go through. So I got that done. And Dustin, I thought I was going to have to help him pull a wire, but he was able to get that done himself. So kudos to him for getting that handled. Jonathan called me. He's still working on the project at the moment. Today was the day to do some management training. So I watched a little Seth Godin video for my education for today and learned a couple things. Management works until the world changes. It's talking about management versus leadership. And I think this is important. It's an interesting thing to look into. So managers need authority, leaders take responsibility. And that's something that's different about managers. You know, they just are given things to do and they do them. Another thing is, one guy said, we have a statue in the United States, we have a Statue of Liberty, but we have no statue of responsibility. Education is not the equivalent of school. So that he was talking about how that as in school we're not taught how to lead. Let's see here. And how that choices versus decisions. So in our day-to-day life we are faced with many choices and there's a lot of decisions. But don't spend time on small choices. Don't spend time that you need to spend on big decisions. Don't spend that making small choices. Make your choice, keep moving, and take the time on the big decisions. So, put a link in the put a link to that video in the description. And I also attended a BNI roundtable. They had a lot of great ideas for running a more successful chapter. There was a couple ideas I captured there, and that was a good roundtable to be part of. It's just through Zoom today. So, anyways, one of them was to do a Zoom meeting with large group one-to-one with new members, so that they can. And then the president of a chapter had arranged this, and then he would ask questions of all the members on the call that are in the group, so that the new members could build out some perspective of who these people are and what they do. So that was a good tip that I'm going to maybe try to implement moving forward. And let's see, it seems like there was something else that went down today that I was going to mention, but anyways, Zach had a callback. It wasn't really much of a callback, but the lady said the heat didn't work, but then it did. So don't know yet if it really was a callback or not. So he had to take care of that this afternoon. Brian was working on replacing a damper motor. So I talked to him about that this afternoon a little bit. But I think all that went well for him. And they had several other appointments they were working on as well. Was preparing for for our meeting tomorrow morning. I'm going to cover a couple things about Service Nation, some of the things I learned at my CAG conference about 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to cover all of those items in our meeting tomorrow morning, and looking forward to that. It's been a month and a week since we had an in-person weekly meeting, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow morning. So yep, good stuff. See you tomorrow. All right, good morning. So it's Tuesday, 9 o'clock. We just had our team meeting this morning in person, covered a lot of great stuff. A lot of changes coming down the pipe with our industry and a few things within our company. Talked about all those things this morning. We finished up the package unit change out that Dustin was on yesterday. See that pictured here. And I'm getting ready to actually unload the old equipment and the old pad and some of the extra materials. And we're getting loaded for the another project. He's got to make another run to the project that's about 3.5 hours from here. In South Carolina. It's a commercial school project. So we've got to load some equipment this morning. I've got to move this package unit out of the way and get to this outdoor unit. I'm going to have him go ahead and take these heat kits with him as well. And then we've got that outdoor unit. I do not like how that unit was packaged, but I think it's in good shape. So I don't think there's any problems with it. Just did not get packaged correctly. So I'm going to get that all out the door. We need to make sure he has plenty of copper as well, because he's doing some piping, and we might need to put an order in for a few pieces of copper. I'm looking up here to see what all we have in stock. We don't use rigid copper a lot, but and then we've got a couple projects right here that we're going to be organizing and getting ready to go out. Cliff's got a bunch of boxes to go through today. I want to figure out where to put these conduits, these rolls of conduit. I think I'm going to put them somewhere over here, maybe. I'm not sure. Thinking about that today, seeing where I can, what I can come up with there to organize that a little more neatly. But I need to have this trailer ready to go by about 10 o'clock. So I'm going to start working on it here now and go from there. All right, cut. Alright, so it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm headed to help Zach on we have an apartment building that has an issue with a wire, low voltage wire. We tried to substitute some wires in the cable, like the 18.8 cable, see photo attached, and we're going to take and that 18.8 wire, we're going to take and replace it. So we've got to run down the side of the wall and put it all in conduit and all that good stuff. And Jonathan Self is calling me. Lovely. And I'm behind a log truck waiting for this camper to turn in. So let me take this call. Alright, so I'm on site here, and I just got done drilling that hole right up there. You probably can't see it very well. Use my hammer drill right here. I should have been filming while I was doing it, but the reason we're doing this is because one of these units, I think it's this one, Zach's been working on it. Yep, this one right here. You can see the electrical right there. For some reason, that wire is defective. It's bad. So we're going to replace. It's an upper apartment, and so we're running the wire through the attic, out this hole right here, and then we'll put it in conduit all the way down. So you can see I'm going to be just to the right of these vents right there, and then come all the way down right here, and then when we get to the bottom we'll turn. So we're going to run it in this 1/2-inch conduit right here is the plan. So I'm waiting for Zach to navigate his way through that attic, and there it comes. The wire is coming out. So we will run up this ladder and grab this wire. Alright. Got it.
Yeah.
And we're going to pull it all the way down.
Oh gosh.
Keep feeding it.
All right, going.
Alright, I'm going to go down and pull it to the unit. I'm going to go down and pull it to the unit. It's already to the ground, but I got to pull it to the actual condenser. So now we'll take and just run this across back here, like that right there. Pull some extra. Oops. When you're pulling a wire like this, you can never pull too much in a way. So you can see I'm coiling it up right there. All right, Zach, that's enough. And so it's coiled up right there. Now we're going to run that in conduit all the way down that wall. All the way down that wall, and then bring it across the back right here and into the actual unit right here. So this kind of a job can be a little challenging if you're doing it by yourself, unless you have a lot of experience and you have a knowledge of how to work efficiently by yourself. But I got here about 15 minutes ago probably, and it took me about 5 minutes to drill the hole, and then Zach was already getting up in the attic and getting the wire out the wall, and then I was able to pull it down. So just that act alone is having someone in the attic and me pulling out here all the slack. That right there makes a big difference on time and efficiency. So jobs like this, it's nice to have two people. You can do it by yourself, it's just that it takes a little longer. So anyways, we're gonna get this thing conduited in. Is that a word? I don't know. Get it in conduit, strap it to the wall, and then Zach can wrap up wiring it up. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I owe you a dinner. Thank you. Hey, how about you? Your name has it. Come here. That's all you have? Yeah. Okay, so it's end of the day, almost 6:30, and was out working with Zach earlier, pulling some thermostat wire. You seen that? Worked on numerous different things today. Had a lot going on. It felt like Dustin has arrived to his project in South Carolina, 3.5 hours away safely. I just talked to him a few minutes ago. Jonathan's project went well today. Brian is still out working. Zach's still out working. Office staff has went home for the day, and I'm wrapping up my day. So I've got my schedule here all laid out for tomorrow, and I've got some sales stuff I was working on this afternoon that I'm going to work on tomorrow as well. But tomorrow morning it's in early. Hope to be in for sure by 7. We'll see how that goes. But I've got to get ready help Cliff to get ready for the project that he's loading out for Jonathan to finish up tomorrow. So we got to have him on site by 8:30. Yeah, by 8:30. So we got to get that done. And guess what? The office air conditioning is not working. The indoor blow motor's out. So it even happens to us. 79 degrees in here. But it actually doesn't feel too bad. So anyways, so I'm headed out for the evening, and see you guys tomorrow. All right, good morning. It's almost 8:15. Zach is busy getting all his parts and pieces put together. I don't know, his truck. What do we say, guys?
It's in the process.
It's in the process. Yeah, it's a work in progress. But hey, a sign of a good technician is a messy truck. Sometimes. We'll tolerate it on Tuesday. Anyways, Cliff and I are pulling materials. We've got this filter box that I'm fixing to build a little box for. We got materials in the basket. One thing we do, we pre-cut all this stuff right here. So we pre-cut the conduit, the wire for the job. We've got a filter door here. We've got the thermostat. We've got the heat kit. We've got the squared arounds. Metal for the shroud. The package unit is... Oh, it's already in the trailer. Cliff has already loaded it in the trailer right there, up in there. So we were going to use that one right there, but it has a dent in the top, and we can't get a new top for it. So we're having to use another one that we had ordered in place of it. And I'm fixing to cut some metal pieces for Jonathan for this filter rack right here. So anyways, we are making progress this morning. And it's a beautiful day. The basket is in. Packaging is in place. We just got to get the hammer drill. Let's get the hammer drill so they can drill their holes today.
Pad is in, I know that.
Check.
Flex ducting size. I don't have
So
that.
he's got flex duct on site.
Oh, fantastic. Thermostat I have.
We could load one box of 18 just to make sure.
Concrete box I got.
Chunk this 18 in there just so that we can make sure that he's... Hey, here's 2 precious wire nuts.
Is this coming? The box?
Yeah, that filter box needs to go. It was in there earlier and I had taken it out, but yeah, you can set it down in there.
Alright, today is Wednesday and I'm doing a pretty extensive maintenance. There's a lot of units. There's some mini splits, 4 down that wall, and some 4 more on that side. There's also a split system I took care of in the attic, and there's a few other buildings on this property that have 2 units in that building. There's 2 in the back building. There's a house over here we take care of as well. We did one over there. And yeah, just a full day of maintenance. Found a lot of issues, quoted a new system, and it's been a pretty good day. All right, I'm at Pinecrest, and you can see where this belt was wrapped around the motor, smacking the coil. That's what that sound was. There's the other piece down there. It looks like the belt snapped. Everything else checks fine. I think your bearing's fine, and thinking your motor's fine as well. So it's just this belt. All right, I'm over here at church. Unit's running, compressor's running. I've repaired that wire, and the connection, though, it's not much metal left on that to grab onto. Try to make it as tight as I could. Compressor is running, and it is cooling right now, so. Let's see. So we're about, I don't know, this thing is being a little dumb, but I mean, it has a 28, so it is cooling fine.
All right, so I'm fixing to head out for the project. It's right at almost 3 o'clock. I've been busy all morning with various things, but here we are getting ready for another project that's going to go out the door to this afternoon, hopefully, or this evening, or tomorrow morning. We are getting our project board ready for the installers. So here's a project board right here. We've got a materials list. We've got everything listed, and then they'll check these items off as they load them. And here we're going to list all their actions so that they can keep track of where they are. This is the name of the job, and this is the hours to complete. So we'll lay this right here. We'll go with the equipment over there for the installers. This Cliff specialty today, fresh donuts from the Pineland Bakery. All right. I've got to stay away from them things. Anyways, so I'm out of here. All right, so I'm on site here at the project, the replacement ductwork project, new package unit. Here's it. We're not 100% complete, but we're working on it. We've got 2 new disconnects that we installed right here. We brought the low voltage wire out the wall right there. We've set our blocks right here. Jonathan's already concreted them in. Looks good. He's building his sides for his shroud now, and fastening all that together. He's got his top in place. He's already wired up his low voltage right there. He's got his high voltage electricals done. Yep, so he's making progress. It's looking good. Looking really good. He's over here cutting all his pieces out right now. Right over there. So it's coming together for him. Good stuff. Alright, so it's end of the day on Wednesday here, and went out to the project you seen earlier, walked around, had a look at what Jonathan was working on. He was finishing up building the shroud, putting the return filter in place on the unit. This job here, we had a few changes this afternoon, so we're actually swapping this over from an electric mobile home furnace, see pictured, to a Hyperion type furnace, see pictured. And that's because in a mobile home, you only have 20 inches of space typically. So what this will enable us to do, the reason we're switching now is because I visited with the client. We're getting ready to install the system possibly on Friday. Now we've moved that to next Monday. And he wanted to have a traditional air handler installed, and he's going to rip out his closet, open it up a little bit bigger, which will be a better thing for him long run. So it was a win-win for everyone. And so I had to, do a little bit of changing up and some of those kind of things, but it's not a big deal. I actually like how it's going to turn out better myself. So we've got that project ready to go. We're not doing it this week yet anymore. We're waiting till Monday to do that project, but we're going to get these guys loaded for that project on Friday, so that they're ready first thing Monday morning to roll out, and we don't have to worry about loading Monday for that. So a lot of great stuff. Warehouse is still needing a little bit of work, but it looks great, looking a lot better. We've moved a lot of equipment through here. We need to get our sheet metal areas cleaned off, get all that tidied up. We need to put up another hook for that ladder. Another thing that we need to work on is I put all of our shovels were just kind of crammed back behind there, so they're hard to get to. So we need to get some hooks to put in place for those extra tools. We need to get some better organize up the PVC cutter, the lineman's pliers, and the tape measure, and mark them out on the wall so we always know where they're supposed to be and where they go. And the other day I talked about this, the conduit. We need to get hooks for that to put it up on the floor. So I need to do a bunch of research on hooks and things like that. This toolbox here, I've talked about this before, but it is just getting on my nerves. And so I've got to do something about this. So I think tomorrow I might take a little bit of time to walk through the Harbor Freight again. I've looked at some toolboxes there. I think I might do that again tomorrow. See what it looks like. Possibly purchase one. Might need to make a little more money first. We'll see. And, want to get these areas all cleaned off, because this right here needs to be gone through. That needs to be clear. That motor shelf needs to be clear. This is actually our broken AC right now. Zach's supposed to be changing that tomorrow, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. It seems like there's one other thing I wanted to research yet that I need to take some time to do. But anyways, that's mostly everything. So just some few little fine details here around the warehouse. Zach is going out tomorrow to wrap up the project that Dustin did on Monday. We didn't have the heat kit for it. It came in now. That was a run-true unit. So see that picture? Turned out great. I really like that. And yeah, so it's good stuff. Working on some projects. One of the sales proposals that I went on the other day, I think I actually got the lady a electrician, so hopefully they're going to be getting her power to her house so that she can put her air conditioner in. So looking forward to moving forward with that. So all good stuff. Yep. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's B&I day. Busy day. I'm having lunch with John Kaiser, and see what else. Yep. Sounds good. All right. So it's Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. First chance I've got to film Thursday or Friday. And I've been busy, obviously. But yeah, a couple things. Yesterday, my installers didn't work at all, so I don't have any footage from that. Brian and Zach were working on a few things. I can't remember everything they were working on. But today, Jonathan did a duct connector on a mobile home, double wide. And Brian and I went to lunch today with Mr. Denny Brown at Metro Diner. Metro Diner. That's a good place to eat. And so yeah, we've just wrapping up our week. We did wrap up our project from in Waynesboro. We wrapped that up. I looked at Wagon Barn Market. They had some beautiful strawberries over there. If you guys happen to live near there, you need to go get strawberries from them this year. And so we're wrapping up the week, and I brought some things back from the Augusta shop today. We were gonna try to fix our AC on our unit in our office, but we're ended up having to. We finally got the right motor here, so we're gonna be pairing this controller together with this motor. We got the heat kit for the job for Monday. Job for Monday's all loaded out. And we're going to be doing a cleaning on the shop tomorrow. Rio just messaged me, said he was coming in this afternoon, and then we'll be doing some watch through and editing tomorrow. So we've got some tidying up to do in here before we clean everything. It's very tidy compared to what it was, but we just have a few things. I want to move some equipment around and some of those kind of things. So yeah, so we're making progress here today. Fixing to wrap it up. I've got guests coming tonight, so I'm going home for the evening and getting ready for that. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. All right, hey, it's been a great week. We got a lot of maintenance work done, service work done. We started a new installation project. So enjoyed the week. Everyone was safe. We had a good time. And click here to watch our video from last week. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.